To the markets, please. Now we're all red, all across the board. We opened higher across the board. Now we're lower across the board. Dow's off 70. The Nasdaq down 225 points. Show me Nvidia, please. This is down this morning, $132 per share. Jeff Seeker with me now. Now, obviously, I read your stuff, Jeff, and you're saying Nvidia, they report on Wednesday, Nvidia will burst the AI bubble. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, Stuart, and I don't know if you know, but I've been recommending NVIDIA since 2018 on your show. I actually say that repeatedly.
You made a lot of money for it. That's true.
But you know, people paid off their mortgages, bought Bentleys, bought Nantucket beach houses. I mean, people made a lot of money on NVIDIA, but what it's become is it's the curse of high expectations. And the reason why I believe NVIDIA is going to burst the AI bubble is the expectation out of there is that NVIDIA has a triple beat, meaning they beat earnings, they beat revenue, and Jensen Huang increases the expectations for next quarter. A triple beat is the earnings are going to be good, but they're not going to be that good. And of course, we have the issue of DeepSeek. We have the Chinese DeepSeek, which is lingering out there. It's a big mystery, like the Loch Ness Monster. People don't really know what it does or what it could accomplish. But one thing people know is that it is cheaper and may make it less likely that companies will spend the capital expenditures they've spent in the past.
So NVIDIA's numbers on Wednesday, and when they get on the call, Jensen Huang, you think it's a bust?
I think it's a bust.
The stock comes down and takes AI stocks with it.
I think it's a bust, and it's been showing, it's been level, it's been flatlining, and it's been showing this vulnerability. And when you have company, you reported it this morning, like Microsoft, that are reducing their spending on data centers, you have to take that very seriously because there was so much hype over this stock. This was the belle of the ball, and right now there is going to be some trouble ahead.
You selling your NVIDIA?
I've sold a little of it. I'm going to hold on to some of it. I'm not, as you know, Stuart, I'm not a big seller. I like to hold things long term.
You don't want to pay the capital gains tax.
No,
I know you.
It. I'm waiting for Trump's tax cuts. No, I'm waiting for him to get rid of the IRS. That would be even better.
Don't hold your breath, son.
Yes.
Jeff Seeker. Thanks very much, Jeff. See you again soon.
Despite some investor concerns, Evercore ISI and Piper Sandler have maintained their bullish outlooks, putting NVIDIA in the limelight ahead of its Q4 reports. NVIDIA remains a buy into the print, according to Evercore, which reaffirmed its outperform rating and a 190 price target. Although analysts expressed concerns regarding potential Blackwell GPU delays, DeepSeek's AI rivalry, and a slowdown in hyperscaler expenditure, they think a strong earnings beat and encouraging forecast might serve as a catalyst. Similar to this, Piper Sandler anticipates that NVIDIA will nicely beat projections. Strong demand for Blackwell GPUs was noted by the company, with supply chains getting better and hyperscalers increasing capital expenditures. Given that NVIDIA is still sold out for 2025 and could post better earnings results later this year, Piper maintained its outperform rating and $175 price target. Wall Street anticipates Q4 earnings of $0.85 per share on revenue of $38.16 billion. NVIDIA's earnings call will be important in determining the tone for the future because of the ambivalent feeling around the stock. With optimistic assessments from research firms Evercore ISI and Piper Sandler, NVIDIA takes center stage ahead of its fiscal fourth quarter reporting. NVIDIA's stock stays stable during pre-market trade as experts highlight possible short-term dangers and catalysts. Analysts at Piper Sandler predict that NVIDIA will surpass quarterly projections and return to the $2 billion guideline beat range. However, they claim that massive hyperscalers that add substantial capital expenditure are responsible for the high demand for Blackwell and the better supply conditions. It is anticipated that earnings will reach $0.85 per share on $38.16 billion in revenue. NVIDIA may experience momentum in the run-up to its Q4 earnings report, given its positive comments and price of 30x PE. Evercore rates NVIDIA as outperform with a price objective of $190, 12% above its last trading level and 12% above its recent low, but the company continues to lag the S&P 500 by 7% over the last month. The analysts also include a slowdown in hyperscaler spending, delays in the Blackwell architecture, dampened AI demand from the DeepSeek rollout, and possible shifts in AI compute cycles from NVIDIA GPUs to ASICs. So what implications does this have for NVIDIA's stock? Let's explore that. But first, a big thank you to those of you who've stuck with us this far. Creating these videos takes significant effort and dedication, so if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts on NVIDIA stock in the comments. Your support truly helps us grow. Now let's get back to the video.
Okay. All right. Well, you mentioned NVIDIA meeting some resistance today, but actually up about 10.5% this month heading into Wednesday's report. That being said, it is negative on the year to date right now. So does that mean expectations aren't sky high for NVIDIA heading into this report, seeing as it's not a high flyer yet this year?
So yes, you're right. Margins are key here on NVIDIA earnings, and then also forward guidance. Expectations are probably the lowest they have been in a while. But I will say that, based on what we're seeing on the charts, and I'm a technician, so I'm looking at probabilities and chart levels, there is still a slight negative bias. Not like historically where we've seen much greater levels, but you can see on that chart there that you would favor that first resistance, which we've pulled off of, and that 119 support. If we did break that upper level of support around 143, 157 would be your next major resistance. But again, the bias here based on all the factors I'm looking at give it a slight negative bias on earnings with a downside short-term target of 119.
So a negative bias could mean 119 following this report or heading into the report?
Following the report. So you would expect that to be the sell on the report, and then buyers would start to try to support the stock right around 119. If 119 gives way, then we have a lot bigger problems in the AI industry and in a lot of these stocks. But 119 would be where the stock would come down to. Buyers would be expected to come in for major support and keep the stock propped up around that level.
With its GPUs being essential for AI model training, machine learning, and deep learning, NVIDIA has branched out into high-performance computing, AI-driven apps, and corporate solutions. The company's ideas are used in fields like digital twins, robots, and driverless cars. Due to the outstanding demand for its cutting-edge GPUs throughout the year, NVIDIA was one of the top performers and market movers in 2024. Sales of H200 chips surged to double-digit billions as businesses expanded their GPU infrastructure to accommodate workloads for generative AI inference, multimodal and agentic AI, deep learning recommender engines, and training next-generation AI models. NVIDIA's quickest production ramp ever. With digital biology offering a $300 billion opportunity, the corporation is concentrating on three main areas going forward: digital health, digital biology, and digital gadgets. Significant collaborations with NVIDIA and IQVIA to expedite clinical trials, Arc Institute to create biology foundation models, Illumina to advance genomics, and Mayo Clinic to advance AI-driven digital pathology have already been revealed. The great thing about NVIDIA is that it doesn't require a lot of capital expenditures, so it can chase fresh growth prospects with little additional cash outflow. As a result, the only practical way to spend its $28 billion operational cash flow in 2024, more than 5 times that of 2023, is to give it back to investors in the form of optional stock repurchases. To stay informed about the latest developments from NVIDIA and the ever-changing stock market, consider subscribing to our investing tutorial channel. We provide daily updates on significant market shifts and key catalysts, so hit that subscribe button to ensure you never miss crucial information. We'd love to hear your thoughts on NVIDIA stock, so please share your opinions in the comments below. Now let's dive into today's video.
The real outlier in terms of the negative news that could send NVIDIA shares lower. Do you think it's any maybe talk about DeepSeek and the impact there? Or
I do think, yeah, you're absolutely right on that, and I apologize. But so DeepSeek is going to be something that we're going to look for Jensen Huang to talk about and say, okay, is this going to reduce the spend of a lot of these players? And I think something that's floating under the radar is what Microsoft said today, which was that they were canceling leases on a lot of data centers. In other words, have a lot of these big players, potential customers of NVIDIA, are they starting to think that they've overbought from NVIDIA? Maybe they've doubled and tripled orders. They've they were expecting to build out so many data centers, and now they're saying, wait a minute, with DeepSeek, maybe we don't have to do all of this. And could that be something? Now, I will say this caveat is that Jensen Huang he's notorious for giving the rosiest pictures, so he will try to sugarcoat everything. But I think investors are smart enough to kind of delve into the details and the numbers, and we'll come away with something. But that's the real risk here, is that maybe customers have bought too much and they're starting to pull back.
Okay. All right. So negative bias on NVIDIA heading into the report, seeing some of that weakness.
In order to foster enterprise AI innovation, NVIDIA and Cisco are strengthening their long-standing collaboration. To boost speed and streamline AI workloads for businesses, NVIDIA's Spectrum-X Ethernet networking platform will be incorporated into Cisco's incredibly strong, reliable networking systems. The cooperation aims to accomplish this by integrating Cisco's operating system software with NVIDIA Silicon One and NVIDIA SuperNICs to provide enterprise clients with a unified infrastructure that enables increased efficiency and scale. With Cisco's enterprise platforms and global reach, we can help companies worldwide build state-of-the-art NVIDIA infrastructure as they race to transform with AI, said Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA. In order to promote uniformity across front-end and back-end networks, Cisco intends to create data center switches with NVIDIA Spectrum-X technology. The goal of this partnership is to simplify network management for both business and cloud environments, while offering clients various deployment options. By utilizing their complementary strengths, NVIDIA and Cisco allow themselves to contribute to the expansion of market potential in the cutthroat technology industry. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.